For those of you who don't know the Doc, Doc is a professional, masseuse?
Massage therapist, yeah.
Yeah, massage therapist. Okay,
I think masseuse is derogatory to a massage therapist.
Is it?
Masseuse means that you're giving more than massage.
Oh!
You know the owner of the Patriots? He was going to masseuse.
Damn, I just made you sound like a perv, bro.
No,
I'm so
man,
sorry.
Don't do it.
I learned that from my aunt. My aunt, she's a massage therapist, and she was like, "No, I'm not a masseuse."
No.
Damn, that's crazy because like the last couple of days, I was like, "Yeah, I'm having a masseuse on my show."
No.
I'm gonna hit you so hard you won't see nothing. Ever, 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 ever.
Audio skulls all day.
The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab.
You can't have an opinion on something that you haven't even tried.
Exactly.
The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist.
In there is like getting all scratched up and saying like the mad scientist lab and all that. It's pretty cool. I did it. I was very proud of myself.
Go ahead.
And yeah, I was very proud of myself. And I'm proud to announce that, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 87. 87 of the Mad Scientist Lab podcast. As always, it is I, RJ, the pizza guy, along with Jared, the visual mad scientist. And today we are joined by our good friend, the Doc himself. Our good friend Andrew. What's up, man?
All right.
So, thank you for coming on the show, man.
Absolutely.
It means a lot to us, and it means a lot to the people who listen as well, because I know that me and Jared talking all the time can get redundant.
Yeah, the numbers just.
They're like, oh, these guys aren't fascinating anymore. We need
have
somebody
good
cool.
Fucking conversations.
We do have good conversation, but we have better conversation when we have somebody here to bounce ideas off of. And so first and foremost, for those of you who don't know the Doc, Doc is a professional, masseuse?
Massage therapist, yeah.
Yeah, massage therapist. Okay,
I
that's
think
it.
masseuse is derogatory to a massage therapist.
Is it?
Masseuse means that you're giving more than massage.
Oh!
You know the owner of the Patriots? He was going to masseuse.
Damn, I just made you sound like a perv, bro.
No,
I'm so
man,
sorry.
Don't do it.
I learned that from my aunt. My aunt, she's a massage therapist, and she was like, "No, I'm not a masseuse."
No.
Damn, that's crazy because like the last couple of days, I was like, "Yeah, I'm having a masseuse on my show."
No.
And so that's so people look at you funny, Doc. I'm telling you, people look at you funny. It's all my fault. Like I failed you completely.
That's the reason they were looking at you.
No,
they're probably looking at me funny anyway.
Like are y'all doing happy endings on the show?
No, yeah, no. Don't worry, we're not going to take it that far, and whatnot. But so what? I guess to start, man, what got you kind of into the massage therapy and the whole spiritual healings?
Truthfully,
Yeah.
I ended up. I was dating one. I was dating a massage therapist. Beautiful female. I thought she was a rare African bird, and she ended up being a dog.
Oh, man.
So anyway, I was taking a trip to Egypt and was influenced, fell asleep in Karnak, and felt something go inside of me, believe it or not, and woke up screaming like a little girl, like a little bia. Right?
All right.
And I had my shirt over jerked up because it felt like it drilled a hole through me. I was looking for blood, believe it or not. And nothing. I was sitting in between two of my buddies, and they were like, "What the heck is your problem?" I was like, "Man, it's got to be blood." Make a long story short, after that, then I wanted to help people. So,
were you on a train, like a hotel, or
no? We took a trip. I had a goal list to see, touch, feel the Great Pyramid.
That was gonna be my next question. Like, what's that like? Because that's definitely something I want to do before I leave. I mean, the way things are going.
So you've
right
actually
now.
seen one, obviously in person.
Oh, absolutely. I was working for Northwest Airlines at the time, and the full trip took 13 days. cost me $250.
Oh wow.
Damn.
You know,
That is one major perk we're working with the
right?
airlines.
So the airlines, it was $10 coach, $20 first class intercontinental. So going overseas, it was ID 90s type thing. So anyway, with that, the city of Giza is where I was. We ended up going to Touch Sea Field, and they were pulling horses out of the garage. It just blew my high. I was like, okay, wait a minute. We're supposed to be out in the desert somewhere. And they're like, there's a town right over there. As far as Lucky's is to here. You're like, this is messing me up. You know, like, oh, do you want camel or do you want my friend? Do you want camel or do you want horse? Give me a horse.
I want a camel. I want the full-blown experience.
Whatever. Look, and so they, had the electrical garage. They came up and they're like, pick that horse, this horse. I said, I'm jacked up. This is messed up right here. What's going on here? Got on one of the buddies, never been on a horse before. It's like, okay, we're riding out there, and he's all of a sudden his saddle's slipping, and he's doing like this. I was laughing my ass off. So anyway, it was a great experience. But when we hit Karnak, tired, laid back, he said it was a dream, supposedly. No. All of a sudden, I saw in the sky there was this, it looked like a tornado. And the end of the tornado started to meander and come towards me. And then all of a sudden, it drilled down in me, right in my solar plexus area, and I was screaming like a little girl. So anyway, woke up, trying to explain what happened, and they were like, Andrew, shut up. And I'm like, no, it happened. So when we got back, I wanted to go and help people, went to massage school, and finished before everyone. And the teachers massaged all my teachers, and next thing I know, I was working at Columbia Hospital for Women. So, chiropractors, Department of Energy, Department of Transportation, a couple of other different departments too, where I massaged for almost 21 years now.
Oh, wow.
Right.
That's
that
some
long.
fascinating shit, Doc. I didn't know all that about you, man. As much as I see you, and you just told us that you were sent from God. That's pretty cool. All right, that's what it sounds like to me. I'm sorry. That's what it sounds like to me.
The Egyptian spirits got into
Yeah, no, that's fucking cool though, man. Like I woke up and ate some eggs. I want to be struck by lightning or something. Well, not lightning, but just I don't know.
So I want to ask a little more about your experience in like being at the pyramids. Like, did it feel like that would? Because I know when I went to Pearl Harbor, like going over the boat to the memorial is like a super eerie feeling. Like the water's super calm and it's just super quiet. So is there like the same kind of? Is there some kind of energy that you felt when you were there?
That whole trip, it was just energetic where you could hear a pin drop from 10 miles away in the morning. You're like, God, it's so quiet. This is so quiet.
Damn, that's probably like,
oh my God, like you could, if you calmed yourself down and was breathing properly, you could probably hear your own heartbeat. It was just that quiet. You're just like, oh my God, so.
It was an entire civilization that used to be here.
Right.
Now it's not here anymore.
Right. And so we got into we went to 13 different temples. So got into a lot of the different temples first, and I didn't know that was a big deal until later in the day, you had all these groups. You had the Italian group, you had the Hungarian.
yeah.
Hungary, yeah.
And then you had the Japanese, Chinese. You had every group, and they were huge numbers. You're like, oh, my God, what the heck? What's going on? So that brought a certain energy to it, too, and then meeting those folks. But later that trip, we got sick from drinking. We didn't
the water.
The water. Absolutely.
You can get sick. I have a theory about because no matter where you go if you go somewhere in the world, if you drink their water, I feel like if you're not used to that water, that's when you get sick. Because I've been everywhere I've gone. After I've come back, I drink the water or I have ice from drinks that I was having. I come back, stomach is messed up for a while.
It's like that in Mexico, DR, and Egypt, where we had, tea time. They said, hey, have tea time.
That's the English.
Tea time. Okay, let's try tea time. Right? So, made us tea time. We're out there on the ship. We took a ship down the Nile and was like, okay. Next thing you know, it's like, ooh, those guys, my two buddies got sick immediately. So, met an Italian woman over there that was like, Andrew, listen, this is what you take, this is what you do, and all this type of stuff. So,
all that stuff is right there. Now you think about it, like all the wars throughout centuries that have gone on, and it's like that's the real melting pot, right?
Yeah,
there.
It's like the Holy Land, dude.
They try to say America is the melting pot, but Egypt and that part of Africa and Middle East, that's where civilization thrived for.
Absolutely.
Like way before what we have now.
Absolutely. But believe it or not, Egyptians don't think they're Africans.
Well, yeah, they think they're Middle Eastern.
They go, no, we're not Africans. But you start to go back, and Africa was a continent that was the ruler, or the warring ruler was last name Africa type thing. And so renamed the whole continent. Isla Soul? Is a soul or... Asia Soul. That's what it was called before that. And then there was another name even before that when it was one full continent, or
the whole
South
Earth.
America.
Pangea.
Pangea. Yeah. There was another one after that too.
I don't remember.
I'm trying to remember the name of it. Give me a bit. Okay. So I don't mean to be so boring with it, but
this is actually probably the most interesting thing, because all we talk about on the show is where I take a shit. And just
that is not what we.
Okay. Yeah, I was trying to hold my tongue on.
No.
RJ downplays himself far too much.
No. It's supposed to be a joke.
Oh, well, it wasn't funny.
Well, okay. Well, let's go back to the interesting facts with our friends Doc. Here, change the camera so we don't have to look at me. There we go. All right. So the pyramids. All right. I'm assuming they're big as shit.
They're huge.
So if you walked up to the
lot
base,
of mosquitoes.
Oh, I was going to ask.
Damn.
I was like, was anybody sick off of malaria?
No.
Okay.
No. No malaria. No malaria.
And so when you're at the base of a pyramid, okay, so obviously we see them in textbooks and on TV. You're a rather tall guy, man.
Okay.
You're probably one of the tallest people we know, if not the tallest person I know. Hello, TJ.
One of the blocks would be about my shoulder. Up to my shoulders.
So if you walked up to the base, it'd be up to your shoulder.
Right.
Okay. And
rough.
is there like a definitive entrance for each for these pyramids, or?
Yeah, there are entrances all over throughout all the the Valley of the Kings and all this different stuff.
Damn,
all those different ones. Yeah.
So did you did you see like? I don't want to say fucking treasure or anything like that because it's going to sound ridiculous.
That was all pillaged by the freaking English.
Well, you know what made it seem like
maybe
treasure
there's something left
was that just being there. And then Valley of the Kings, as you go down, you'll see actual color of the different hieroglyphs.
Okay.
I'm like, wow. And I went to take a picture, and they were like, they tried to jump on me like, don't you take. We want the camera. I'm like, no, you're not getting this camera. I'm too big for you to try to jump on me.
Why? But why? Just for the tourism?
Yeah, they don't like that. They like, don't you do that.
So could you take a picture of it outside of the pyramid? Or
you couldn't get the image.
That's kind of weird how they don't allow something like that.
So the thing is that you've got all these Egyptians looking darker than me.
Yeah.
And they only portray the ones that look lighter.
Yeah.
And they don't want you, I don't know, that might be a reason, but they're on you. And so,
just like they do in every other society in the world.
Yeah.
Right. So
I didn't do anything. It wasn't my fault I was born white. All right.
You mean pale?
Pale.
Yeah.
Thank you.
White is, something different.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Well, at least Doc.
it's status. It's a status thing for land ownership. So when you say that, land ownership or ruler, you go, well, you're not that. Late 1700s, they ended up changing the laws for the big land grab. So if you weren't that, then you can't hold land anymore.
Huh.
So that's what that was about, right? So, yeah. So
Well-
a little pale, a little pink pale. It's all good. It's all good.
Okay. Well, that makes me feel weird, but thank you, sir.
Sorry.
No,
Supposed to
I'm
make you
just
feel better.
No, I know. I'm just joking.
He's saying you have no land.
I don't have. We're in my basement, motherfucker. Fuck. So that's awesome, man. So I'm assuming. Okay, so you worked for the airlines and everything. Where else have you traveled and seen? I guess just because I don't leave within a 4 mile radius.
Yeah, we know.
From Hawaii to Caracas to Costa Rica, all over the place, man.
So, man, what is it? What is the coolest thing you think you've seen? I mean, the pyramids sound like they would just be phenomenal.
The beaches in the islands.
Yeah.
From Jamaica to and just Puerto Rico, all through there.
The beaches in Hawaii.
Barbados. Barbados, awesome. Man.
Yeah, I have to agree. The Caribbean beaches are fucking amazing. That water is even in Miami. Like you get a little bit of it, and it's like, oh man. But you like Jamaica, St. Croix, all that. Like the whole Caribbean is
absolutely
different. It's a different breed of life. Actually, I want to go to St. Croix again. Yeah,
over, man.
Just thinking about that.
That's pretty dope.
That's an American territory, so we can go there and not have to worry about shit.
We can go there.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta worry about mosquitoes and bugs and shit.
Yeah, bugs suck.
I got ate the fuck up over there, but
You know
what's
what's
the
great?
food? How's the food there?
food's good. I enjoyed it. We went to a lot of local spots.
Was it like pigeon peas and rice?
Yeah, it was Caribbean food.
Okay.
But it was good. We went to a lot of little local mom and pop shops. So, I mean, most of them are mom and pop shops. But yeah, food's real good there.
Huh?
That's pretty dope. You said you ate a pigeon?
No,
Pigeon
what?
peas and rice.
Oh,
Pigeon peas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, basically it's chicken.
Oh, okay, that's fine. But I was like, I was like a pigeon. No, like
Pigeon peas
yeah.
are full of protein and make you stronger.
Okay, no, I'm all for that. Protein is good for you.
Yeah, that's it.
So with that being said, we were talking about I guess how you got into massage therapy and all that stuff.
Yeah, I apologize.
No. That's fucking sick, dude. What you just told us is awesome. Don't ever apologize for coming here.
Okay.
We should apologize you. I should apologize for not wearing pants.
See, he's doing it again.
No, I'm not wearing any pants. I'm not.
He's wearing shorts, ladies and gentlemen. Fuck.
Warning. Warning.
You got them
Pull
things
up.
You're sitting next to me with nothing on your fucking balls.
Ooh,
Oh, hold on. I didn't say all that.
Yikes.
But so I'm assuming you believe like in meditation and things of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I used to teach it at Department of Transportation.
What is? I've tried it a good handful of times in my life. Nothing crazy. What do you do exactly? What is a method that you use to get yourself?
You pay attention to everything,
Okay.
right? So there's different timings, cadences of timings of breath. Breathing in 5 seconds, holding 5 seconds, breathing out 5 seconds, holding, and repeating, and just paying attention to everything you feel, everything you think, everything that comes to your mind, and not having to type A, do something about it, but allow the cloud to go by. You notice the cloud, you see the cloud, allow it to go by, right?
All right.
So as you do that, as you notice different things, or you think of your mom or your cousin or your past girlfriend or whoever comes to mind, and you hold that image, and a lot of times it will tell you different things. And so as that happens, you become richer in your experience. So you don't have to necessarily have to do something about it. So you become the watcher.
I feel like I don't feel like I practice meditation. I'd like to try to actually do the whole.
Well, you don't really have to.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I'm saying.
But for me, as a martial artist, like I feel like there's a certain way of. But then at the same time, sometimes I feel like I'm doing it more than I think I'm doing it.
Right.
It's like zoning out, right?
No.
No. Okay.
Like you said, you're actually paying attention to
Everything.
It's like I was reading somewhere. I saw it was explained. It was like first you think about everything you hear this in the far distance, and then you come in. You think about everything you hear and everything that's going on in your head at that time, and then you come in again. Like, oh, what's closer now? That car just honked over there. Then you come back even closer, then it's like, oh, this computer is making a humming sound. Then you come inside and you think about everything that's going on in your own head, and in your own body, like your heartbeat, your breathing, and everything else. And then you go back out, the other way, and then you just keep doing that.
Yeah, that's definitely one way to do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely, there are many different ways to do that. Even to the point of holding different postures with they call them mudras with your hands.
Okay.
Okay, it's connecting different meridians, causing different aspects. Like just the first 2 points, that's connecting your lungs. So your lungs, heart.
So that goes with the breathing.
So you'll see people do this type of thing and roll their eyes back in the head. The eyes is, I don't know what they're doing.
Instead of just being extra.
Yeah, they're being a little extra with it. But
They got to sell the yoga.
There are different points with it. So those points help activate different points in you or different things in you. So increasing your breathing, all this type of stuff. So there are thought processes that you can use or not. So you can say, I don't want to think about anything, but still you pay attention to everything, right? So your mind starts to wander, and then you bring it back. Your mind starts to wander and bring it back. You don't have to do anything about it. You just, what you're responsible for is to bring it back and go back to your breathing. Go back to your breathing. That's it. So there are other aspects where you go, okay, I'm trying to project, you know what? I have my mother's sick, and I need to help her, which you can. People are not conditioned that way, but you can. And so I need to help my mother now. And so you start to think about your mother and project your aura, for lack of better words in this case, and what's going on with mom. And then you read the field is what happens. You'll start to learn to read the field as it's like a muscle. You start to work out or whatever. You go, okay, all right, that makes my short head and long head of my bicep grow differently if I turn it out or turn it in or whatever. Okay. So you go, you know what? Let me read this field here. You know what? Mom, something's not right. Let me call her. She goes, yeah, I'm pissed at your brother, blah, blah, blah. You're like, okay, fine. All right. You say, something's not right, and it's stronger now. You know what? I'm sick right now. Oh my God. Okay. So then you get a gauge of what you're feeling from her. Okay. Your brother, your sister, whomever you love or care about, you start to flex.
No worries. That was a freaking virus protection.
You start.
That's that field you was touching.
Yeah, you start to flex and say, hey, okay, what does this mean? What I'm getting from them? What does that mean? You know, okay. I even did exercises with the class from here to the street. How many people are from here to the street? And they would go, you know, they guess and stuff or whatever. Here to the front door, here to the, other door, here to your desk, or here, just different exercises to flex the muscle. And so then once they get, okay, what are your parents wearing right now? And have them call them up. Oh yeah, jeans, and okay, you got your mom jeans on, and a blouse. Okay, all right. Okay, I saw you in a jean shirt though. So now when you get that jean shirt image, you got to go, okay, does this mean jean pants or jean top? So you start to refine your sensitivities. So now, and people do this all the time anyway without meditation. So
Are you saying we're all psychic?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure.
it's true. It's true to certain levels.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
You go, you know what? I don't have enough beer right now.
Well, no, I've got plenty.
You go, what the fuck? You go, what the fuck? You go, get some beer or whatever. You know, I'm just kind of using generalities until you have specifics to give me, and I'll go, okay, do this, this, and this.
I know one that a lot of people probably don't pay attention to, and I saw this on some science documentary I watched years ago. But like people can sense when, like, if you're staring at someone and they're not even looking at you,
Right.
they can sense when someone's staring at them.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's like sometimes you stare at a person and then they'll turn around and it's like, how the fuck? It's like
Right.
you don't even know I exist or whatever. But it's just that, like you said, that field is just there. And
Right. It is the field. I'm trying to think of this one woman. She wrote a book on the field. Oh, God. I'm not going to be able to pull it up right now, but it is McTaggart. Her last name is McTaggart. And she did a book on the field where they got to measure how the psychic field works. It was very interesting. So
she's a metaphysician. Oh wait, this is a guy.
No, this is
But that's McTaggart.
Mary Jane McTaggart.
Well, you got JME McTaggart. Hold on.
His name is John McTaggart Ellis.
No, not him.
He is a metaphysicist.
Oh wow, okay. McTaggart.
Martin? No. Oh wait, I suppose. Don't think. I think it was most likely this person. But anyway,
Doc said he knows what he's talking about.
That's okay. It's on a different phone. I don't have it on this one.
no worries. Yeah. So yeah. Oh well, then there was another thing. There's like that I was also seeing recently about. I forgot the field that you're talking about. Then there's also the space and time field, and they all kind of coalesce, I guess.
I think I know exactly what you're doing. So what ends up happening is it depends on the watcher and how they or you are predetermined. So if you're predetermined to be racist, then you're only going to see just that section. You're not going to see the full diaspora of people or things. So in it, you go, okay, you have to check yourself and go, okay, I will accept things that come up. I will at least view it and try to be honest with whatever it is and not have my slant, and that's the only slant can be. And so that makes a big difference on what you see. So, or what this reality is. Yeah, so.
Or when it manifests itself.
Manifests.
That's a fucking word that you don't get to use every day.
Dude, this is some fascinating shit, man. You know, it's crazy. I didn't smoke before today's podcast just out of respect for Doc. Because last time I smoked before the podcast, yeah, it was just crazy.
Okay. Right.
You were fine. I mean, that's part of what we're talking about, though. Like,
Well,
altering your consciousness. Your
well, yeah, but this is
releasing
probably
the DMT.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Speaking of drugs, Doc,
Yes, sir.
what's up, man?
What's up?
Have you ever done any like psychedelics, anything to just?
Do you have any right now?
yeah, you do.
I don't have
He's got no drugs, ladies and gentlemen. It's all right.
So, you know.
But have you ever? I guess with meditation, I know that mushrooms and just psychedelics in general, they help release or expand your mind or whatever it is. If
the God particle.
Yeah, the God particle.
The Hogan, what is it?
As somebody who is
Higgs, I can't remember.
I guess again in this field, because I relate again massage therapy and chiropractic work to meditation and all sorts of just knowing your mind in your body kind of thing. Do you think that like if prescribed like psychedelics could be beneficial for people in terms of like for depression and anxiety and things like that? If you've ever not you yourself,
You know what? I would
already
say
studies
I
right
would
now.
say yes. It just becomes a slippery slope with some folks. So you say yes, and now all of a sudden they're like, I can remember telling someone that they can help their liver, clear their liver with dandelion.
I have heard that before.
Next thing you know, they're taking dandelion like 20 times a day. I'm like, what are you doing?
You're overdoing it.
You're overdoing it.
Yeah.
So you've got that type of personality out there
yeah,
that is like, look, no, I'm doing it. I'm going for it. You know it can help. You know,
Yeah.
it's sort of like
Well, the thing is, you can't take it 20 times a day and then still drinking like a fucking fifth of vodka every fucking day.
no, don't do that.
you've
folks.
got so many different folks out there that are doing such craziness. You've got easy, and so that's where scripts come in or prescriptions or things like that. No, take only this amount, please. And then you still got hard heads out there. So what are you going to do? So
Well, these people more than likely have addictive personalities to
There you
begin
go.
with.
There you go. I've had girlfriends like that. Wonderful, but terrible.
Yeah, I see.
You guys got a little quiet on that one.
Well, no reason at all, Doc.
It's a little reflective. That's all.
It's not a little reflective. Leave me alone.
Huh?
What?
He doesn't know what reflective. Oh, okay. Here, let me add self-reflection.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Jeez
The much
Louise.
better, easy to use words for simple people like myself. So with do you think? God. So okay. So we covered that. Something else I wanted to ask you. I know that you talked to me and Jared about it. Is kind of starting your own channel and things of that nature. And I was telling you before we started, and the people that listen to the show that know me, yeah, like I will watch 30 to 40 minutes of these chiropractic videos or whatever it is, ASMR or whatever it is to relax myself.
What
before
is ASMR?
it's like it's a big word. It's like multiple words. It's a big phrase, I should say. But it's basically like
I thought it was like ass to mouth.
no. Wow. Oh, dude, ass to mouth. No, that's yeah. So every night I watch ass to mouth to go to bed.
Wow.
So
that's horrible.
yeah, it's horrible. Well, I mean, but anyway,
Or ass to mouth rejection.
rectum or ass to mouth
Okay.
rectum. All right. So anyway,
Wow.
this is So it's basically a lack of a better term. It's like when the hairs stick up on the back of your neck. It's just like that.
It's an
Oh,
I
like
thought it was
auditory.
auditory.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
what I have heard of it. It's like certain sounds or people, it makes people feel a
Tingle.
certain way.
Yeah.
It makes you tingly. I hate saying it like that.
Auditory.
It's
We can look it up. We
it's-
have the internet here.
It's like sensory something radiant or something. We looked at it the other night.
Right.
I can't remember what it was. But have you thought about starting? There's a lot of. I think you could be successful with that, man. Not to say that you're not successful for yourself right now.
I think I want to give it a try. I think just being here just is influencing me also. So thanks, guys.
No, yeah. I mean,
worries.
this is our setup. One day it's going to look a lot more professional. I'll tell you.
Hopefully.
Well, no.
I mean, it's not bad.
No, for what we have, no, it's actually really cool. I
I put a
think-
lot of thought into a lot of this shit. And
Yeah, and I was just like, yeah, sure, kid, just have your way. He was like, yeah, let's put this here. I was like, okay, no problem. So that's just how they came about. But I think,
autonomous sensory meridian response.
Go ahead.
yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's ASMR. So yeah, I just think you'd be like, I think you would kill that shit, man. Because I'm telling you, people love that shit. And there's not to bring money into it, but but you can.
Okay.
You gotta get them
Do a little-
subscribers up
A
though.
massage and all kinds of different stretches and all kinds of different stuff like that.
What is the most common thing you see, I guess, with people with, okay, say I come in and, like, what kind of, like, people come in with back issues, leg issues, like, is back, I would assume, the most common thing that you generally deal with, or just a mixture of things?
Mixture.
Yeah.
Hips, back, neck, absolutely. Headaches. What is it? their wrists are hurting.
Oh yeah, carpal tunnel.
Carpal tunnel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was as you were saying those, I was thinking about all the stuff that humans have to deal with now. Like we're sitting in their chairs a lot, and people don't have good posture. Like I find myself, I used to have good posture. I think I still do, but that starts lower back pain, and then you were talking about the headaches, and like a lot of that is just fucking stress, like from your everyday job or your everyday life. So it all builds up, and
So lurching forward towards the computer screen and all kinds of stuff like that. So a lot of people are hurting just from sitting down at the computer. A lot of people that are in manual jobs don't realize that. They go, okay, well, you're just sitting down. Big deal.
Yeah.
Well, no, you're lurching forward and holding that position for 8 hours.
looking like the Hunchback of Notre
You know,
Dame,
4 hours,
coding
whatever,
and shit.
right? You're like, what are you doing? So, people will come to me and they're looking like this, or all lurched forward and hurting.
That's an interesting. I don't know. I guess for me to, how much more of those of people that are sitting in offices all day than you get the manual labor? Like, is it still a mixture, or is it still like one is skewed one farther?
Right now, it's skewed to former federal judges. Got a lot of lawyers, international lawyers. I can remember talking about this very thing to Anthony Fox. He used to be the transportation secretary, and he was on the table. He says, well, how often do you see this? And I'm like, all the time throughout this whole building. And you've got a bunch of people, some incredible number of people in that building. So, so it's constant, and the seat's not fitting right, and you've got, the hips and the butt and the thighs are just all locked up. You're going, okay, well, all right. And, everybody has an issue. Treat it in a calm way, bring them to the table and take care of them, stretch them, massage them. There are a bunch of different styles. You're using a method called gua sha, more of a Chinese method by way of India and Africa. And another one called padalajin, where you slap the meridian to free up the pathway. It's all kinds of different stuff.
Okay. I keep hearing meridian, but I don't know what that means.
So it's an energy pathway throughout the body, and there are different, 14 of them. Actually, there are more than that, but 14 of major ones. And from the liver to the lungs to the heart, you have all these different meridians that run over different parts of the body. So, let's say for some ladies who are menstruating differently, okay, their meridian, there's a liver meridian that runs on the inside of the leg where they'll have pain in it when you go to touch it. Okay. Or pancreas spleen, and that's just outside the bone there. It's in the area of the shin. And if you touch that, and that means they're either walking or running too much, or they're not sleeping properly. And you can barely touch it, and they're like, oh, my God. And you're like, okay, you're not sleeping, right? Or are you a runner? First you ask, are you a runner? Are you doing a lot of walking? No, I don't do any of that. Okay. You're not sleeping right. How do you know that? Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, I don't sleep well. Okay. Well, let's take care of it. So.
How do you know that? I've been doing this for 21 years, lady.
That's fascinating shit, though. Like, so when you were in school for this, I mean, how many teachers did you have? I mean, have you learned from you've had to learn from a ton of different people, I would assume.
A ton of different people. Every 2 years you're taking classes and having to take different tests and submit that, So
for obviously validation to say that you can still
you're
practice.
Still doing it right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you're doing that type of stuff. So, and I took Chinese medicine, didn't get a chance to finish fully yet. And I used to be a naturopathic doctor in D.C. So did that for about 4 years. So, okay.
So you believe in, I guess, herbal medicines?
Absolutely.
And what is, could you give us like some examples?
Like
God, I don't even know.
I keep hearing. I don't know. I hear a lot of stuff like
So say I have
Hogwarts. Hogwarts. That's Harry Potter.
Hogwarts is the castle from Harry Potter. It is a school of witchcraft and wizardry.
That's funny. Funny.
So,
But he knows what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
absolutely. Because I've had some clients come over, people that I've been seeing for years, and I've got a small condo in a loft area where I have the table and stuff set up. And they look at all my books and they go, "This reminds me of Harry Potter. You've got everything up here." And I go, "Yeah, okay, all right."
yeah.
But what were we going to ask? I'm sorry.
No, you're fine, man. So I'll just give an example. Say I have like chronic headaches or something like that. Is there a herb that would heal that or that could help me with that? Or
So there's so many different, in Chinese medicine, there's so many different ways that could come about, from your liver to all kinds of different things, from knots in your levator scapula that will refer pain to the temporal lobe, all kinds of stuff. So we got to kind of determine where it hurts.
okay,
And then we go from there and you're kind of backing into the equation that way. Where does it hurt? Was it hurt here, or does it hurt on the side? Where does it hurt?
yeah, I got
Does
you.
it hurt? Does it hurt when you clench your jaw? And okay, that might be related to the TMJ that you have. on
Yeah,
one
well,
side or
I do have TMJ
I'm
myself.
just guessing.
I have it. Well, I'm just saying.
He said, "I'm just guessing."
Well, I have it. No, it's all right. No, but it's okay. I'm just like, I was just curious
Right.
about
So
it.
you're looking into my soul
So
right
you
now.
you would go in and loosen that up, or I would say, you know what? Before we get started, I said, do you have any heart palpitations or anything like that? No, yes, maybe. And you would say yes or no. If you said no, I go, okay, then we're going to start off with some magnesium, a little calm, some powder, use a little bit in warm water, a half a teaspoon. And I might go, okay, and we're going to put a drop of skullcap in it, and then a drop of white willow, okay, the liquid tincture herbs. And let's just have some tea and talk for a minute. And you'll have your tea, and then we'll get you on the table and kind of stretch and massage your neck, and you'd be like, oh, I'm good. I'm good. I don't have the headache anymore. I'm ready to go. So.
Man, that's some cool shit, man.
So,
This stuff is fascinating.
I'm not making fun of you.
Oh no, just the way you were looking at me.
I was. Jeez Louise, everybody's always judgy. You look at me the wrong way.
Yeah, man. So that type of stuff happens all the time. So, then that pain would go down your arm, hands, fingertips, tingling, all types of stuff. So the messed up thing is, I'm just always on like that. I'm like, okay, well, do this, and it. Do this, and this. So sometimes it's hard to shut off. And a lot of times when I see you guys, I'm shutting it off. I'm trying to grab something to eat and maybe a beer,
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah,
And
you
then
got
somebody comes up.
Look, man, you don't understand. I'm hurting. I said, okay,
Yeah.
all right.
My back.
Give me a minute. Give me a
I
minute.
wonder if anybody can guess who I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Oh, my back. Oh, my back. Doc. Thank you, my back.
Whatchamacallit?
Don't say it.
No, but it's funny because knowing you, we've seen you in public while we're all at the bar watching a game, and you look over and you're massaging somebody or doing somebody's shoulder or their neck, and because it's because you're a very stand-up guy, Doc. But yeah, but you live it, you are it. So I think that's really really cool.
That's my mother's fault. My mother said, if you're anywhere around, you make a difference, period.
Yeah.
You make a difference. You better make a difference. That's why you're here. So I go, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a
Let
huge
me
responsibility.
help you.
Yeah.
I'll help you. And some people go, no, I don't want you to help me. I said, I want to own this pain. Well, own it then.
Do you really have people like that
Yeah,
come to you?
absolutely.
I think
They don't
I'm
have a
one of them.
story anymore.
That's weird. Like, I would think if somebody was coming to you,
But you eliminate the story, and they don't have a story anymore.
That's crazy. Because that just made me think of somebody close to me that was trying to get help, and it's like, are you sure it's still there, like, or is it just you want the story for the attention?
Huh.
It could be. I don't know. I'm just
Right.
speculating. That's just
You got some people that will go down. Excuse me. They're in so much pain that they can barely see straight. One story, Department of Energy. There was this one woman in the Department of Energy. She was absolutely beautiful, beautiful. Women would turn around in the hallways and look at her. I mean, she's just so beautiful. Well, I got a call from the head nurse and said, Andrew, get down here. Somebody needs your help. And I said, okay. Well, I went down there. And I came around the corner and the lady said, oh, my God, he's a man. No. No, he cannot help me. Cannot help me. And she said, look, he's been working on me for years. Just no, he's a man. No. She had a winter coat on. I said, I'll go through the winter coat. Keep your winter coat on. I don't need you to be naked or anything. I can help you through the winter coat. And she goes, nope. I said, okay, well, if you change your mind, call me. She called me later that day. She came down. She got on the table with her winter coat, came down past her knees. I barely touched her, and she screamed out like I was beating her ass. I was like, oh, my God, what are you going to do? I said, what's wrong? What's going on? She says, keep going. I'm like, she's screaming so loud that I'm thinking the guards might come around and try to break down my door or something. I'm like, what's going on? In later years, she told me that her father raped her. And so it went to a whole different level. And you don't know what somebody's going through. You have no idea, no clue. Where when somebody says, don't touch me or don't, they've got a reason why. And just respect the reason. I said, look, okay, you can keep your pain. Well, I'm not going to have you touch me just because you think you're Messiah. No, you don't have to say anymore. At that point, it's not my responsibility. There was a method taught to me that I could release the energy around the person by saying different phrases. A guy named Haleakula Hulin, a Hawaiian kahuna that came in and taught these series of classes that teaches you how to release the energy from folks. And that negative energy is what perpetuates through people's life, and they're used to that sometimes, and they won't let you release it. Or if they do, it's limited. And then sometimes they let it go, and their life changes. So it becomes very interesting for me. And I just keep it very calm and go, okay, it's your reality. Okay.
it's crazy how like listening to that story, and I'm thinking of like how people become ill. A lot of times can just be what negative energy that they are holding on to, when if they just released it, they would not get sick. And it's just that, again, back to the metaphysics stuff. Like, the universe is the universe. We are all part of it. And people don't realize that. They think that they're the shit and their shit don't stink. And like, no, you're just like me. I don't give a fuck how much money you have, what clout you have, none of that. We came from the same space dust.
Right.
We just happen to become this certain energy, or we are who we are,
Mm-hmm.
but we're just in this form at this moment. But I've been thinking about that a lot recently too.
Well, and then the manifestation of somebody else's energy influenced on us, and we're thinking we have to carry that throughout our whole life, where it was a time and space that they took advantage of the situation to hurt. They could have made a different decision to say, I'm going to influence your life for the better, versus, no, I'm here to fuck with you, type thing. They made that decision, and, children or different relationships we've had, and they make that their claim of their life. All of a sudden, you're like, oh, God, okay, that doesn't have to be that way. You can change that dialogue. So anyway.
Yeah, deep shit.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie, man. I should have smoked before the show. Shit, I've probably been on another planet.
The crazy part about it, I think about this type of stuff. I don't know, man. I'm into science, like space and time and all that stuff. So, like, for me, the logical conclusion especially when you start getting into quantum physics.
Okay.
The logical conclusion to all of where we're existing from is just like it just is what it is. Like that's like it sounds cliche to say, but everything that like the old Wu-Tang song, everything that is will be, and everything that was had been or always will be. I forgot how you said it, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Huh. So, speaking of space, do you believe in aliens, Doc?
Yeah, they're here.
Yeah. Sorry, man. I was like, all
So
right.
we can switch. We
Yeah.
can switch.
Well,
I'm rolling with you.
Well, we're talking about manifestation
No,
and
that's
all
a
that.
great-
Yeah.
That's a great transition.
So, or I will say extraterrestrial.
Because I know you always ask me about, especially when I had that sweatshirt, you always ask me about that SpaceX sweatshirt that I have. So like, we can go into
Absolutely.
that.
Yeah.
You can
So-
turn quick.
So like in terms of, I guess, extraterrestrial life and beings or whatever, aliens, obviously. How far down the rabbit hole are you willing to go? Like, or how much do you believe in it? In terms of, do you believe it? Do you believe it's like, say it could be real, or do you like fully believe that there's, planets with other life on it, somewhere?
I believe there are planets with other life on it. I believe there's other life that we haven't really discovered here. I believe we walk among aliens. I believe that.
Here
I believe
come the men in black.
There it is. So I've massaged some folks where the bone is not supposed to be there.
Oh.
I've massaged some folks where, wait a minute, your skull it's not right. Something's different. I'm like, okay. All right.
When you
I
say
just leave it alone.
when you say like different how,
Like it's shaped differently. Like it's not human.
The fuck? Oh,
so Doc's massaging aliens, that's pretty badass.
I just kind of go, okay. As long as you're not here to fuck me up, we're good. I exist.
we're trying to understand
I'm
the
just trying to
human
help you.
experience.
And I don't go any further. Good dialogue, we're good. I go, okay. That bone shouldn't have been there.
And do those people that have the weird skulls, do they tend to be like more open-minded, or do they tend to?
They were just as open as everyone else. They were on the table, and they were more frequent over at Department of Energy.
Ooh.
Damn, dude, that's fucking crazy, bro.
My mom used to work for the Department of Energy, so I wonder what secrets she holds.
Yeah, I believe there. I do. Trust me. Like that's what I'm saying. Somebody somewhere has to know something about something, right?
Well, they got all kinds of different books. There was a group in D.C. called the Riskians.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of them?
No.
So supposedly, they're here under a different. They're here from a different planet, and their hue is not what colloquial we would say is black. In their planet, in their atmosphere, they would turn green. Very interesting. Here, they are dark skin. Okay, so the whole. I'm not even going to that whole black thing, but
Clay might be onto something.
so
Then,
I almost lost my train of thought with it, where you'll have different hues and different atmospheres, oxygen or nitrogen. Nitrogen, believe it or not, supposedly is alien to this planet too, a particle. So, yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to process that because our atmosphere is
Now, yes.
is it 70%, something like that?
So
Not
the
nitrogen.
opposite of nitrogen would be oxygen and carbon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So supposedly X amount of millions of years ago, it was reintroduced to this planet, or excuse me, nitrogen introduced to this planet that created a lot of polar shifts and all this type of stuff, and caused people to live shorter lives. The entrance of nitrogen, the body will fight over and over again to release and reduce nitrogen in the body. It is one of the bases of all diseases, nitrogen. When they put you on a dialysis machine, it's to remove all the nitrogen from your system. Oxygen and carbon removes nitrogen from your system. Before, supposedly, nitrogen came to this planet, people lived 200 years, 300 years, 500. That's when they were supposedly reporting long lives in, different biblical texts or whatever. So, so that's just talking about a particle versus an actual being. So, I don't know if that's talking too much.
No.
That completely mind fucked me. That was awesome. Thank you, Doc.
Now, do you think that? I'm just thinking practically, and kind of from a scientific point of view, because apparently, when the Earth, back when the dinosaurs were around, there was more carbon dioxide in the world. That's why everything in the atmosphere. So that's why everything grew larger and grew bigger. And they're saying, contrary to the global warming thing, with all the carbon dioxide in the air and greenhouse gases, right now in human history, this is the most floral activity we've had in centuries.
Okay.
And so some people say it can be good that we're re-emitting these carbon dioxide and these greenhouse gases back into the air, but it's bad for humans. So I think the whole global warming thing, and this is a new take on it. It's not. I'm not saying I'm not a fucking global warming believer, because I know somebody's gonna say that shit. I think that it's just kind of selfish on the part of humanity that we're worried about. Okay, if the temperature gets too high, then we're gone. But the Earth will still be here, and there will still be life on this planet. It just won't be in the form of humans.
Okay.
Or maybe humans will adjust and mutate or whatever.
I'll speak to that just slightly. Where, you've got this whole blackety black type talk, right? So, it is melanin, which is carbon.
That makes sense.
It's carboxylated carbon is what melanin is. The hue that's in your skin that is activated by sun. So when people start to talk about decreasing the carbon footprint, I wonder what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah, at a deeper level.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going, hey, what are we talking about now?
Yeah.
Easy.
Shit.
So, right. So you go, okay, hold on now. So that's when a baby is created, it's wrapping itself around that carbon aspect. Okay. So people darker than me have more carbon in their system, period. So that carbon is not going to burn up out in the sun. It's just not going to do it. They say, oh, well, I need sunblock, this and that, whatever.
Because
You're
that's
just going to get a lot of darker.
First of all, if you burn something, anything, you get carbon anyway. So right. It is what it is. It's like we're carbon-based human beings or carbon-based beings. Man, that's some deep shit.
All right. We can lighten it up at any time, or we can go deeper.
Man.
We can go deeper.
Take us to your hole, rabbit hole.
We can start to talk about.
I'm glad you cleared that second part up.
Yeah, sorry. I was just so. I don't want you to take me to any holes. All right, that would be. Hold on. I had to. I got to let my ears breathe because I have a misshaped head, Doc. And
he's an alien.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, I had to let my ears breathe a little bit. Okay. Because
he has no discipline.
I have a ton of discipline, sir. Okay, I'm.
How long have we been doing this show? Like, you can't last, I don't know, an hour and a half with the headphones on.
Story of my life. Anyway,
Oh, you can't last.
No. I didn't say that. Sorry, it just happens sometimes.
No, you just what is it? You need more iron. As you drink more, it pulls out all the different minerals, and iron, plant iron, will bring you back.
Plant iron. Okay, so now you gotta explain where I get
Yellow
plant iron
Doc. Yellow Doc. There's a guy that I was supposed to meet named Dr. Sabi,
from. Oh yeah.
and I missed him twice. And Dr. Sabi has a iron formula that will help you out, help people that will drink, so make it stronger, make you feel better. So all kinds of stuff.
Damn. I'll drink to that. All right.
That's what I'm talking about.
You better figure out what you need to get before.
I mean, the beer's already open, so it's got to go somewhere.
Gotta go.
It's got to
Gotta
go
go.
somewhere.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we don't waste open beer.
All right.
Not around here.
Right.
So that's some pretty cool shit. What else?
Astrology, you guys deal in any of that?
What like signs, like
Yes.
yeah,
That's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I just know what it is. I know I'm a Taurus. That's as far as I.
Yeah, and I'm a Libra, but I'm the first day of Libra season. So from my understanding, I have a little bit of Virgo in me because like when it's like the I guess the bridging days between the signs, you have a little of each.
Right.
I guess, but
I'm the same because I'm the 22nd, so I'm a Taurus.
Okay.
But apparently I have part Aries in me.
Okay.
But then I think, what was it, like your fifth house or
right.
whatever. We did this at work just to kind of see how people's personalities was. And I can't remember. Somehow Scorpio was like a major part of my whole thing,
right.
which is weird for me.
Why?
I don't know. Because I really don't know. I don't understand Scorpio that much.
But yeah, so you supposedly when they say
Or is it
know
Leo?
thyself,
It's either Leo or Scorpio. I can't remember. I could pull it up.
when they say know yourself, that's what they mean. They say know thyself. That's what they mean by knowing yourself. You know the ins and outs of those different houses and how they affect you and different times and your different strength and your different directions. Like you've got a direction that you are the most powerful in. You got a different time of the day and time of the hour that you're most powerful in.
Mine's fucking middle of the night. Like when I'm my most creative, it's like 2 till 5 a.m. And but it sucks because I have to be like everybody else and go to a 9 to 5. And yeah, so I don't know.
No, I kind of I agree with that too because I've gotten better at it, but I feel, put it this way, I'm a big nerd. Okay, so I'm a big gamer.
When you say you've gotten better at it, what do you mean by you've gotten better? You gotten better at being what the society wants you to be?
No, I'm saying so. I'm kind of I was getting to that point. Like I'm kind of a night person too, right? Okay. I'm always out in the evenings after work. I can stay up. I've gotten better about trying to go to bed and not be up all night. That's what I was referring to.
What society wants you to do.
But I also kind of feel the same way. Like I think when the world is kind of quiet, you know what I mean? Like so, say it's 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm up in my room playing my video games or whatever. I've got my headset on, whatever, and it's just But the world is quiet. Nothing's happening outside, and I feel.
Strong,
yeah, like the
I energetic
feel.
Field.
There's less wavelengths flying.
That's absolutely right.
So I feel, as crazy as it sounds, I feel like I do my best gaming, in the dead of night when it's just completely quiet and there's nothing to bother me, and I can really kind of tune in, so to speak. I used to do this with my writing as well. When I was a very avid writer, I would just when I'm just by myself.
Like the description last week.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
No
I
worries.
was busy the
Keep
whole
going.
day.
Keep going.
So, but I feel that, and so you're saying that is related to astrology, or
both astrology and energetic field.
Okay.
Right? So the energetic field Jared was talking about. So the wavelengths, So the word church in German is circle. The great circle is the astrological chart. Okay. And so to know your chart is to know you.
All right.
So you're responsible for that. So you can go around and say, okay, I'm this way with that situation, or I'm this way with that situation. But actually, you can go and investigate it, know it, right?
Yeah.
And then there are different times that affects you, where it's a good vibration, or I don't want to say a bad vibration, but a challenged vibration where you would be stronger in it, let's say at the top of the hour versus the bottom of the hour. Okay. But for you to know that, let's say you're with your girlfriend. Well, let's say she's a bottom of the hour girl. Well, she's not going to have her explosive sexualness at the top of the hour. It's not going to happen. So no matter how sexy you want to be with her, or whatever you're doing to her to try to get her there, she's not going to go. She's a bottom of the hour girl. And as soon as that bottom of the hour comes around, you can relax after that, right? So to know that about your partner can be an issue or not an issue. So it's knowing, okay, I got my desk facing the way, my power way, or I know that this time is coming. Nope, I'm not having a meeting then. I'm having a meeting then. No, I can't do that. I don't care if you're available then. I can't do that. So my power time is here. I can do that. And you do that, and it becomes successful for you. So let's say you got to call a bunch of bill collectors or bill people, or, or whatever, and you're calling them, and you can't get anybody on the line. What the hell is going on? I don't understand what's going on. But then you have a time, you call during that time, and you get everybody, and you're done with, 10 different calls, easy. Within a few minutes, you're like, that was your power time. So, and it all is charted out. So I know it exists. Do I follow it religiously? Not necessarily. And there's a way, with your numbers, you've got a set of numbers, he's got a set of numbers. And what happens is that I can tell what's going to happen in a medical way by that. I can follow that and just have you show up and start working on your neck. I know your neck's going to hurt because it's telling me it's in that house. So that's just one way. So just like when I was talking about the different hands, your hands are your solar system also. It's planets on just the hand. So it's, we can talk about all kinds of different stuff. So that, and, we can talk about herbs and, what can help you, or what, just all kind of helps somebody you love in your life. I don't know. So got all kinds of stuff.
We need to like, I don't know. What am I trying to say? We need to try some of these herbs that you have, Doc.
Oh.
Not
I think you gotta go find them.
Well, that's fine if I gotta go find some.
Yeah, he's gonna tell you what to take.
Oh yeah, that's fine. No, but this stuff, it's because I think with we deal with modern medicine, right, and things of that nature. I know that more than probably half the population of Earth is on some sort of medication, right, for various different things. And, there's big pharma and all that. When, been talking to you about natural herbs and stuff like that, and it kind of gets, I feel or maybe in America, or at least where we live, or whatever it may be, or what's projected to society, is it's kind of pushed aside. Like, it's not taken it's like voodoo. It's like witchcraft kind of thing.
That came from Rockefeller. Because back in the day,
you're right.
He had the oil thing. Yeah,
you're right about that.
And he wanted to produce. He wanted to basically produce medicines from oil because it would have made him way more money. And then so he kind of pushed. a bunch of propaganda was pushed for herbs and all that shit. Same thing with weed. Like weed was because some guy wanted to make money off of the paper that come from trees and not from hemp.
I see.
I forgot the guy's name, but
Absolutely, you're absolutely correct about that. About Rockefeller. I'm trying to remember. Did he first finance the medical colleges or something like that? Or
probably.
I'm trying to remember who that was. And
I don't remember.
then,
I don't know that
so,
part.
and just like the pharmaceuticals, they finance the medical colleges.
Yeah.
So they're not even going to push anything that cannot be synthetic or a patent written on it. And so, and I'm careful to say different things because they got billions of dollars, and it would only take a phone call to send a couple of hitmen to me, and I'll be a Dr. Sabi. So
That's
I'm not trying to do that.
That's So with that being said, man, not to knock it or anything, do you believe in, I guess, modern medicine in the sense of like pill, like for anxiety and depression, or do you feel that doing things more naturally is obviously more beneficial for you?
I'm going to say more naturally.
Yeah.
But there is a area of healing that needs to happen. So if you are in extreme pain right now, you need to interrupt that pain. And a natural process may not deliver the amount you need to interrupt that pain.
In the time you need it.
In the time you need it.
Okay.
So, there's a time duration that if you took it over time, it's going to relieve it. What time is that? Where if you took an Advil now, within a 15-minute period, you're going to have that that spasm decrease. Okay.
Yeah.
As the spasm increases, a spasm pain cycle that happens and grows, and you need to interrupt it, period. So in that particular case, get what you got to get and interrupt that pain cycle. Okay. So other than that, there are other herbs and stuff that you can take from time to time. When I checked into Chinese medicine school the first day, they said, there's nothing we can't heal. I was like, nuts? But if you follow their formulas, or you'll see as you're looking at people, like I'm looking at you, or if you're looking at somebody, and let's say they have a huge line right here, that's a sugar problem. Okay? If they got a bunch of lines through here, that's their intestinal tract is not right. Okay? And there are different spots that you can go, okay, that's lung, this is that. And you'll have them you can almost help them right away. So you'll check their pulses. There's 12 different pulses, not just one.
I actually did not know that.
All right. So different spots on your tongue will denote what's going on with them. So
I've heard that one.
They're diagnosing you straight away and then putting the herbs right with it. So they're like the pharmacy and doctor all in one, or different points that they would use. I was in class, had to take this huge test, and I was so freaking congested, I couldn't breathe. I had to breathe through my mouth. And I was asking the teacher, I said, is there something you can do? He says, do you want help? I said, yeah. And so the next thing, he put 6 different needles in me. And within 10 minutes, I could breathe clear.
Wow.
Right. I was like, dude, seafood, teach me all you got. So, that type of thing where I didn't have to have a medication that's going to shut down my liver, and then I'm have to take liver medications and shut down my kidney and take kidney medications. And next thing I'm on,
20 different
and come on, no.
Where was the school that you went to?
It was in Annandale.
It was in. Well, I'm going.
Okay.
Yeah,
They've got another one in Annandale too. So the one I was going to was Kings Park. They ended up moving, and then they have another one over there by Jay, over there by
Fairfax.
yeah, right.
Oh, sorry.
See?
Make your next move your best move.
Oh,
All right.
God.
While we're on the subject,
Give more information.
Yeah,
on
it's all right. It's all right.
Jeez Louise.
No, that's cool shit, man.
Yeah, man.
I think that's awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. I'm like legit like fascinated by that. I am. We can shoot a video of me like brewing herbs and teas. No, but I just
made one. I just made another one. One of my clients' daughter had a baby, and the baby had colic, and gave the colic to mom, and then her milk started to shrink up. So I ended up making a formula for her that will bring more milk back. So I did that for another friend of mine. Fascinating story where he was the head speechwriter for Anthony Fox.
Oh, wow.
All right, and he was a pale guy, right? But cool, absolutely ice cold. And matter of fact, right now he's a runner, and he runs marathons, and he ran under 2 hours on one. So it becomes a big deal. And so Anthony Fox was a brother, right? So, and he's his speechwriter, right? So he wouldn't have been able to go to college if it wasn't for his babysitter. Babysitter was a sister, right? And the sister had a family that would never visit her. But in his case, he would go visit her every chance he got. And she remembered that and put him in the will and paid for all his college.
Oh, wow.
He turns out to be the head speechwriter for Anthony Fox.
It's fucking sick, dude.
Right?
Mm.
Right?
It's crazy how
Right.
things just come together.
Manifest.
Manifest, yeah.
Go ahead
A
with
word
it.
that we don't use very often.
Manifestation.
Manifestation. That's cool. That's some cool shit. I like that shit. All right, so let's take things to a lighter note. What does the doc watch? What do you watch on TV, man? What entertains you?
The entertainment beaker.
So I have a son, so all anime.
Okay.
Here we go. And then, you know.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me stop you there. So there's a new anime that came out.
Here we go.
On Netflix this past week. I don't know if you've seen it yet.
Is it the one you shared on the page?
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out.
Trying to say it in Japanese the correct way because I don't want to sound like my true American self. It's Yusuke. It's called Yusuke.
Does that sound familiar?
He's in the history books. He's the first, or pretty much part of the only black samurai. So there's an anime that just came out on Netflix this week. It's supposed to be. I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but it's anime, and it's typical anime,
Right.
But it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like more of a historical type piece, but it turned into some sci-fi thing.
Is this like Afro Samurai?
Afro Samurai's dope.
Afro Samurai was better. I'll say that.
Okay.
I watched all 6 episodes, like straight through, just because, and I was hoping it would become what I thought it was going to become or be. Never became that. It's really sci-fi heavy. It's cool that it's the guy is a black samurai, but they don't really go into the history of the actual Yusuke. Yusuke.
Yeah. So no, I haven't seen that one yet. The last one I watched with my son is where some demon guy is eating the fingers of some other demon guy that makes him stronger. I don't know the name. So
yeah, no.
he gets
Well,
to talking
he's the
so
anime
fast.
guy.
He gets to talking so fast or whatever.
Well, I would say like I'm bigger on older animes.
Okay. No, this one's a newer.
Yeah. So,
Speaking
but
of
my sister is.
the Dragon Ball Z guy who made the music died.
Yeah, I know. I saw
no.
that. Yeah. Yes, I saw that a couple of days ago. That breaks my heart. It does.
I mean, but we didn't say it here.
What?
Yep, go.
No. Yeah. So I don't know. I can't remember his name. If that's But anyway, but my sister's super big on animes. I mean, at any time I come home from work or the bar or whatever it is, and what are you watching? Oh, this new anime's on, and I'm like, oh my god, there's so many of them.
There's a bunch of
There's a ton, and I've tried to get into a couple, but what happens is I'll watch a couple episodes of one, and then I'll start some others. So I never really end up finishing, just because I want to kind of consume. I consume too much at once. I can't sit back and relax. I feel like I need to be all caught up, kind of thing. You know what I mean? But I mean, I still think the best anime of all time is Dragon Ball Z. I mean, without a doubt.
I do. I like it. I like it. Well, that and 007 and America's Test Kitchen. So cooking. That type.
You
of
big
thing.
cook, Doc?
I like to cook.
Yeah, me and Jared were talking about food and cooking and everything not too long ago. And we recently. What do you do you have an air fryer, man?
I've got the Instapot with the air fryer add-on. Yeah.
Okay. Do you like it?
I like it. I like it. Do I use it a lot? The air fryer I don't use that much. Okay.
I've been using it recently, just to, I don't know, because I haven't been eating that much lately, but sometimes at night I'll get fucking hungry and I have potatoes and I'll slice the potatoes, put some butter or some olive oil in the air fryer and put them in the air fryer and just make me some sliced potatoes.
Okay. Dude, potatoes are fucking awesome. You can eat them in any way. Yeah. I love potatoes. We're potato guys here at the Mad Scientist Lab.
That and throw some cilantro on it and some garlic.
I threw some onions the other night and some garlic.
Okay.
Yeah. I keep some garlic on me.
Keep some garlic.
Some garlic on me, cuz.
Got that thing on me, son. Could you imagine just somebody opening their jacket and just got little garlic cloves hanging out?
Garlic is good for you.
Yeah. What I was gonna say is, since we're talking about food, and Jared said he hasn't been eating much lately. Do you believe in like fasting at all, or do you think it's beneficial? I mean, there's studies that prove it, but like, just with all that we've discussed so far, do you think that's something?
I have to admit, sometimes I live it.
Okay.
So if I've got back-to-back massages, for me to gain weight, I need to eat every 2 hours. I've got a fast metabolism.
Okay.
So I'll go 5 people, 6 people without eating. Bang, 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 type thing, working them out. And next thing you know, I am absolutely starving type stuff. And that is a fast.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it was a fast.
Do you feel like, what is it, cleansed, so to speak, afterwards? Or do you feel like better than if you, because we were talking about like the whole idea of eating 3 meals a day is kind of outdated.
Archaic.
Okay, so that is archaic where they go, no, eat 6 times.
Yeah.
Right? Or intermittent fasting, okay, and that helps. But it depends on what you're eating before that and after that, what you're putting in your body.
Yeah, of course.
Are you eating any fruits and vegetables? Some people say, no, I'm only eating meat and potatoes. Well,
yeah.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
Sorry, you just can't. So, and things start to slow down and break down then. So, depends on what you're eating.
Yeah, what you're putting in.
Yeah, what you're putting in. So, if you're, eating a meal with 60, 40, 60 being the vegetables, okay, and then 40 being either a combination of meat. Some people say meat and vegetables and not the starch.
Mm-hmm.
We're raised on all 3, okay,
on
the plate, right?
Yeah.
So that becomes a real issue, and it depends on if you're operating with a pendulous abdomen already, where, or if you're coming from, what is it, the one book called plant paradox, where you're eating different vegetables, but they're poisonous.
Yeah,
Like a regular tomato.
I was gonna exactly
skin,
nightshades. And all
Yeah,
that
the
stuff.
nightshades, the skin and the seeds of the tomato are going to mess with you. So, you know, if
I didn't know that.
right,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy. I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
So the seeds, like if I cut a tomato open right now, or a slice of tomato,
Mm-hmm.
throw it on my sandwich or whatever it is, like the seeds are technically not good for me.
In the skin.
In the skin. Wow,
Right.
I did not know
So
that.
the thing is that though, but you can have other things with it that's going to mitigate that. Well,
okay.
It says in the plant paradox, it talks about these toxins leaking and causing your gut to leak.
Okay.
And as it leaks, it starts to pendulum out. And so you go, okay, you know, decrease that, you know, and then maybe take some black walnut, and that will help flush things through, and you'll be all right then.
Huh. What do you think is a natural, I guess, thing to cleanse yourself? I mean, I know there's multiple things, but
Yeah, it's a bunch of stuff.
what do you think is the most? I don't want to say potent, but what do you think is most common? Well, not potent. I
Well,
mean,
He wants a fix tomorrow.
Casca.
no.
Casca singrada. Casca singrada is a tree bark.
It's tree bark.
Will just, you know, rooter through there. You'd be
I've
like,
never
oh my
heard-
God.
To get 5% off a Tushy.
Yeah, no bullshit. I've never heard of going to the commode in such a fancy manner. Honestly, that dude, it sounds like you're casting a spell as you're taking a shit.
Singrada. And then there's a couple of different ones, like I was saying, black walnut's another one. All of this stuff is very bitter, very nasty. If you can take it in a pill form, do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
But if you had any polyps in there, the black walnut would help flush it through. Okay? And get rid of those polyps that may be in there that you might have to go in and have them remove it.
Yeah, because you know those can become cancerous. And
Absolutely.
yeah,
So you just take that and, you know, take it consistently and not over the top, but
What's this new thing?
ashwagandha.
Yeah.
I had to close my eyes on that.
What's that all about? Like,
That's normally for longevity, but a lot of people overweight are starting to take it because it's allowing them to relax and sleep. So they're not getting enough sleep, which pushes their cortisol levels way too high. So they can't lose weight even if they're doing the right damn thing.
Yeah.
So you got to sleep. Got to sleep.
I'm having a hard time with that. Eating and sleeping are two things I'm having a hard time with right now.
What's going on, man?
I don't know.
we got the doc right here, man.
Yeah, I'm like, okay,
Ask
what's
away.
happening? What's happening, man?
If it's personal, I'll close.
I
my
mean,
ears.
I've been working from home for a year, so I don't really leave the house.
Okay, so you taking naps or what are you doing?
Taking naps. and-
Okay, well then don't expect to sleep then. Just
Yeah.
that straight 8. You might be conditioning yourself to 4 on, 4 off.
Yeah, I think it is.
But some people don't want to. They want to still fit the old paradigm, right? But they're conditioning themselves to be, 5 on, 5 off, 4.
Yeah,
on,
I think I'm
4 off.
fine with four on, 4 off, or whatever it is.
But actually, you end up working more.
Yeah,
Believe it or not.
but see, it's for me, it works out because I'm doing my 9 to 5 because sometimes I'm probably getting that nap in there somewhere.
right.
But then when I'm done, when the 5 is over,
Still working.
then I'm working on my own stuff.
Oh, okay. I see.
So then I've gotten all my other work done,
Okay.
but now I'm working on this stuff. Like,
Right.
so, so for me, it's working out, in that manner, I guess. But
Yeah.
it's still like scheduling is a pain in the ass, and then the eating thing. I don't know if there's nothing in the house, I'm just not gonna eat until, or I might go out. I might order some Chipotle, or depending on, I don't know. I might go to the grocery store later.
So,
I don't know. It's
so
just-
with some folks, I'll go, and sometimes it's hard for me to follow this. But when you start cooking, then do a lot of prep work with it. So, you cut up your vegetables, cut them all up.
I was
Don't
doing
just
that
cut
for
up
a
little
while,
bit,
but then I
you
fell
know.
off.
right? And you know you're going to only eat maybe 1 or 2 chicken breasts, but you buy one of those packs from Wegmans and cook them all up.
Yeah.
Chop some up, and do them different ways, or you can put it on a salad or whatever, and just put it in there. So now all you got to do is go, okay, this, bit of that, this, good.
True.
You can roll versus you're like, I don't want to cook that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you end up not cooking it and then it goes
Spoils,
bad,
right.
and then it's like, yeah, I guess you're right. Because I have been buying like the 4 packs of breast, but then I have already made 2, but then the other 2 are still sitting in the refrigerator. I don't know when they're gonna go bad. It's like, so a waste of money, and I'm not eating.
Yeah, well, I think with me, like since I started, my new job and everything, like my stress level has gone down a ton because I was.
Oh, I thought you were about to say, oh,
Yeah, I was about to say.
No. It's actually it's different. And I know I got my little vape thing right here, but I also today is day 17. I haven't had any tobacco.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm and I was telling him last week. Yeah. I was telling him last week. I actually feel, good. About it. And in terms of, I guess, so I went to the doctors recently. I had my annual physical. Obviously, this is probably my biggest problem in life is I like beer.
Okay.
So I as
I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, so yeah, that's.
Shout out to John, whose truck broke down today.
Speaking of that, no, you haven't. I know you haven't.
So, John, while you're waiting for your truck to be fixed, I will send you some koozies in the mail.
It's been 3 weeks, John. I know. Look, I've been trying to tell him.
You know what's crazy? When I was talking to him today, I thought about it, and I was like, oh, my God, they're just sitting right there in the cupboard.
Why are they in the cupboard, not in the freaking
so I don't lose
box?
them. Because there's
koozie?
It's like the thing.
Oh, the thing that
the
goes
beer
around.
sleeve. So we have Mad Scientist koozies,
I don't have
okay,
any
that
right
Jared had. We don't have any right now, but we'll definitely get you one, Doc. You can show it off while you're sipping the finest water from Fiji as you're massaging people from all over the planet. No, but my
Okay, all right.
yeah, that works, right?
Is that an ad for Fiji? I mean, okay, you guys
Yeah,
sponsored by Fiji?
No,
Let's do it.
Hey, it's Fiji.
Fiji fucks my stomach up. Man.
I don't drink it.
Too many electrolytes for some reason. Like, yeah, like if I take too many electrolytes, like, whoosh. Yeah.
Well, some people can't whoosh,
Oh,
so maybe it's good.
Yeah,
The
maybe.
whooshing.
Yeah, maybe.
so if you're whooshing, keep pushing. All right. I'm sorry.
It's the worst feeling in the world.
Dude, okay.
Man, I was walking around, and all of a sudden, I think I feel a whoosh coming on.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the worst.
Yeah, so it is kind of terrible when it hits you just at the worst time as well.
Bar time.
Bar time. I mean, it's what it is. No, but back to what I was saying.
Okay.
So I want to make a better effort to be slightly obviously healthier and live a better life. I don't want to be 40 years old, fucking coughing up a lung and have an alcohol dependency and just being fat and all that kind of stuff. So I've had more time for myself now with my new job. I go in at noon. I leave at 9.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, so I can sleep. I can sleep in. I can spend time with my friends more. I mean, I was actually able to go to an event for once. Because I'd always be at work all the time on the weekends.
And partly cloudy.
Yeah, shout out to Paul Lee. Thank you very much.
Lee!
Yeah, if you haven't been, real quick before I continue. Soulless Outpost out there in Falls Church off of Broad Street, West Broad Street. Awesome. So the pizza there is fire.
And the staff is awesome.
And the staff is awesome.
I gotta go.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm not trying to make this about pizza. I know I always do that in some way. The pizza that they made me was fire. It's just, I think they use like a wood brick oven or whatever it may be, but it's nice thin slices, maybe about a 10, 12-inch pie, and it was just fucking fabulous. So I'm definitely going back to have
I
another
miss
one.
Paulie, man.
He's doing good.
He's good.
He's there. Just go.
Yeah,
check
just
out
go. Yeah, go.
Soulless.
Very spacious place, nice and big. We had the party room and everything for Jared's party.
Cool.
It was we had a great time. So shout out to Paulie and if you haven't been, if you're in the DMV area, please check out Soul
Do it.
Outpost.
Do it.
Anyway, so just I have more time to actually, I guess, live now, so to speak.
Wow.
I was like living to work, working to live, kind of in that paradigm somewhere. And but I've had more time to kind of focus on myself, like in my mental health and just the way I view things. Because so I go to work. My job is pretty quiet in the evening times for the most part, so I actually have time to sit there without worrying about 50 different things and the next day and then the week after that and then who's good to, I lived a very stressful life, work wise, and everybody people do it, like we all do it, and I'm not the only one, but to have time to sit and reflect now, and it took me a while. It's like, okay, like who am I? Who am I? Like what am I going to do with myself?
Enough time to love yourself, huh?
Yeah, and so it's like one of those things, and it took me a while. I mean, I was feeling it, but then it's like I went to the doctor. You're such a dick. You're such a dick.
How much loving yourself have you been doing?
Quite a bit, my friend. A little too much time on my hands.
Whoa.
No pun intended. Warning.
Pull up.
Pull up.
Don't pull up. Stay where the fuck you're at.
Oh, man. But just I've had that time, and I won't lie to you. There are days where not recently, but a couple months ago, I was kind of depressed, like for a couple days, maybe a week, and not like not wanting to get out of my bed depressed, but just like I was having like an identity crisis, because I lived this way of life for so long. I rode that high of that, and now I've taken 180-degree turn and gone in the other direction, and it's like, I'm calm now. But then it's like, who am I? Who am I to myself? Who am I to people? Not that that's
huge.
Not that it matters. So there were days where I would literally sit there, and it's just like, who the fuck am I? Like, what do I do? Like, is this my life now? Do I just sit at this desk? Do I just come in and hit as Jared says, the 9 to 5, and then go home? And it's like, it's routine is like a hard thing to break, and I am developing this new routine in my life now, and I wanted to put it this way. When I left Papa John's, man, I knew I had to do something better for myself because I didn't want to be, all over the place and whatnot. So it's just one of those things where I've developed in the last, I would say, month, just a better outlook with certain things. And, I've been, we talk about vitamin D on the show a lot, like vitamin D deficiencies and things of that nature. So I've been taking that, daily. And I think Jared.
How much?
My doctor is recommending I take 4,000 a day.
Is that enough?
For honestly,
you can go higher.
I know I was taking, I was taking one pill with 50,000 just once a week for a while. And the day that I took it, yeah. See,
thank you,
but
thank you.
Okay, so
I know I said that.
All right,
I know I said that because your body's gonna reject it within that day. It's like the rest of the shit.
So what? Well, maybe that was to start me off to see if it would help. I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
Regardless,
maybe you were just that deficient in it.
There it is.
Yeah, well, that's true. I had some of the lowest numbers he's ever seen.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta take that shit, bro.
So what would you recommend on the daily, Doc? Like to
depends on the person, really.
Yeah.
And being inside and not being outside, that's it.
Yeah.
And that natural vitamin D. Now, what is the vitamin D in the pill? It's not sunshine.
Yeah.
So what is it? A lot of times, I think it comes from one mushroom and something from sheep, I think.
I was actually looking at, so that might be another question. I was looking at the vitamin D that I have because I've been trying to take 4,000 to 5,000 a day just because I'm not going outside, because I'm black, and I already know I have a low
I'm sorry.
I don't know why that was funny.
It's not funny. It's not funny.
It's known. It's a known thing that black people have lower vitamin D than other people, I guess. But I was looking at the ingredients after I'm like almost done with this bottle, and I've been taking it for however long and it was a big bottle, and it's like 1,000 IUs per pill. And I was looking at the ingredients, and I'm like, one of the first ingredients was soybean oil. I'm like, fuck, that's not good for men. Like,
right, we
shouldn't be taking that shit. So, like, I guess my question is, like, what type of what brand of vitamin D?
Just got to look at what the ingredients are. They
And then
range
figure it
all
out.
over the place,
Yeah.
right?
Really?
So,
So that's soybean oil, real quick, not to cut you off. So
Soybean,
why is it bad for you?
It creates estrogen.
Right.
It
Oh.
lowers your testosterone. Basically.
that's right.
Okay, all right. That I just wanted to clarify that. Go ahead,
That's
Doc.
right.
I'm sorry.
Well, that's right.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's just from doing athletic stuff for damn near my whole life, especially working with high level martial artists and their nutrition and all that stuff. Like I kind of understand some of it, but not all of it. But I know soybeans is just bad for men.
Right. It's true.
Huh, now I'm gonna have to go upstairs and look because I think I just have like the regular.
You got,
the
what
yellow
color
bottle.
is it? Is the yellow?
It's
The
yeah,
Nature's whatever.
Yeah, it's like the brown bottle with the yellow label. Is that the one
Yeah,
that's
that's
you're taking?
Nature's something.
So is
the
that
one
what
I'm
you're
taking
taking?
is a
Okay.
green one.
With
But
the yellow label.
yes,
Okay, so my bottle is brown, but it's
Yeah,
the same
so-
brand, I believe.
No, it's
or
not.
they're not. They're not. Okay.
check the ingredients and see.
Yeah,
What,
there's so many different ones. So
and then it was like olive oil in there. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, where's the vitamin D? Which part is the vitamin D? I've been taking this shit for fucking months,
that's funny.
and I don't even know if there's any vitamin D in there.
Right.
But I will say this: since I have been taking it regularly,
Okay.
I felt,
Stronger.
just better. Like,
The same here. Like, even though I'm talking shit on it, I want to make sure that I'm getting the right stuff
Right.
with it.
Right. It's always in the label. It's always you go, okay, what is this? What is this? What is this? And with your phone, you could pretty much figure it out.
Yeah.
Everyone. They're so diverse. For me to just speak to one, it's not. Gonna,
True.
So.
it and I've been trying to do the whole gallon of water a day thing. I've been doing really good with that. Maybe a day or two that I kind of missed the mark just a little bit, just because I was busy and doing stuff. And
Your skin looks much better.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's not as pale as it normally is.
No, I'm just talking about your complexion, like your skin
Yeah,
looks
yeah. So I've been trying to, and
not all
what I've been
oily.
eating.
shiny like it was before.
Well, that's
I don't
that's,
know.
uh,
That's, I don't know. That's
yeah, I don't know. I didn't realize Jared was looking that hard. Or maybe he said I look.
Look, I look because I have to look at these lights.
He's saying my dome is reflecting the light
Wow.
from the.
If yours is reflecting mine.
He said
must be really.
he said it's fucking shined up like a bowling ball. We should go bowling sometime. Bowling is fun. But no, I've been just trying, and I've been trying to eat better. I haven't had any pork besides the pizza I had last weekend. But just like most, I don't know, Americans, I can put bacon on everything, man. I can put on my burger, my eggs, the potatoes, anything. You can put bacon with everything.
the potatoes.
And so I've done a lot better of cutting that out. For now, I'm not saying like completely eliminating it. Maybe if my sister made breakfast tomorrow morning and she made a couple pieces of bacon, yeah, I'll have to. But I'm not eating it nearly as much as I was. So I'm just trying to be a little more I'm not doing like super extreme stuff. I'm baking baby steps towards
Moment by moment, bit by bit.
but I will say, like, overall, I do feel better.
Cool.
Than I was, because I think for like a good month or so I was just kind of really out of it, man. Like I was just I was just kind of like mentally I was just kind of all over the place. It's like, and I come home, it's like, all right, let me shut it off for right now, and then worry about it later or whatever it may be. But yeah, again, routine is the hardest thing to break. So
This is RJ's therapy session, folks.
thank you, I appreciate that. Well, we got the doc here, so that's why I was excited. I was like, look, I can tell this guy my life. He's gonna be like,
I got you.
and then we're gonna have a beer.
There it is.
So just all in all, I feel better than I have been in the last maybe month or so.
And how long ago did I tell you should probably try to be a little healthier?
I don't know, a couple months ago. Well, it's not even that. Okay, look, trust me, dude. This whole thing was like a big mind fuck for me. All right.
It was a mind fuck for everybody.
Yeah. So it's just.
Wait. What are you talking about? You talking about the pandemic?
No. The pandemic, and I want to actually ask.
That
Doc
was
about,
a fucking mind fuck for me. So, but let's
So I'm not going to ask you how you feel about COVID-19 because I've done that before in the past and has led to horrible arguments and lots of profanity, which we've been really good about today. But Do you believe? So, are you vaccinated, Doc? Have you gotten, or do you believe in the vaccine or anything like that?
Don't just believe. Like,
Oh, okay.
How
okay.
do you feel
about the vaccine? Do you believe in it? No.
I'm not sure if I have anything positive to say.
Okay. Well, no, and it doesn't have to be. You don't have to bash anything. But what from your just because you are.
I would like to know what's in it.
Okay.
I don't know what's in it.
Same here.
Right. The fact that there have been programs before that have not been for people that look like me is a question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why were there so many accredited doctors not allowed to prescribe to this?
Okay.
Right? They shut them down in their information sources and only allowed talk of the supposed vaccine. It's not a vaccine. During war times, they claim war against it, then they can call it a vaccine. So you can go back and forth, 3 feet, 20 feet. How close are we supposed to be to each other? There's a lot of different inconsistencies. The parroting of simple talk, I think, is the most disturbing, where you have very smart people parroting things that don't really make sense, where they're going, I got my vaccination. I should be clear, right? Well, no.
Yeah.
You still got the same situation with vaccinated or unvaccinated.
Yeah, you get it. You can still get it. And guess what? You can pass it on to somebody.
So wait. Sorry. Yeah, no. And then the progression in the media source that all of a sudden made the jump to say, oh, since you get it, then everybody else is potentially affected or infected, and you're safe. No, that's not so.
Not at all.
Sorry, it's not so. So I just kind of keep my mouth shut on it a lot of times.
No, that's fine, man.
And I kind of go,
yeah, I'm kind of the same way. Like you said, I want to know what's in it. You giving us an idea of what's in it, but what else is in it?
So vaccinations before. This is a question that I have, and I hope everything can remain positive. But I have a question that I'm going to say over 80% of the African-American women that I have massaged have had some type of fibroid tissue in her that they've complained about. I've got a fibroid, and it is painful. With all other races, they don't have it. Not at all. None.
All right.
I mean, none. And
This is after taking the vaccine or just in general?
Thousands of people. I'm talking about vaccines even before this.
Oh, okay.
Vaccines even before this. Leading up, I'm like, well, how do you have it? And other parts of the population don't.
Yeah.
How does that even happen? Now you've got this whole blood clot issue. It's kind of creating a cascading on that thought process to go, so is this part of depopulation?
That is one theory that a lot of people
so you go,
have
okay,
brought forward.
And you try not to go there, but you start to go with the history. Well, why would they want to do that? Why would they want to do that? Well, hold on. You get with the real history and you go, okay, wait a minute. The real history is that people with hue like mine, everybody didn't come over on a ship.
Yeah.
There were people and landowners that were the status of white, but they were darker than me, that owned land. Matter of fact, the biggest slave plantation that person, I'm trying to remember his name, something Johnson, was of my hue, of my skin color. So in all of this, that due to Constitution and treaties that were before that, if everybody stopped calling themselves the branded name Black and called themselves a Moor, would attach them to the land as an Aboriginal, and they would fall under a different set of laws. Period. And people don't know that.
Doc, you know a lot of shit, man. I'm just going to put that out there.
So, there's a concerted effort for you to call yourself outside of who you really are, Black, Indian. There are no Indians. Black, Indian, Negro, nigger, Afro. All of these are different brands that make you a ward of the state. And they can treat you any way. You don't have a set of laws for you. They can treat you any kind of way and kill you on the street. And before you consciously wake up and learn that you are a Moor, different hues of from the darkest of dark to the lightest and pale, believe it or not, you are a Moor and you are attached aboriginally to the land and fall under a different set of laws. Before you wake up, they can kill you on the street. You don't have any laws for you. So you're talking about, well, the Constitution, they can kill you. Well, shut up. Don't go marching nowhere. Take your ass home and learn. So in the 1828 American Dictionary, an American is defined as a copper-colored person. You got these people running around with the, all these different flags or whatever, calling it, I'm a dying American. Easy. Go to the dictionary.
You're an Englishman.
You're an invader.
Yeah.
And it's okay. You've been naturalized, supposedly. It's okay. But you don't see anybody like me running, talking about the border. Because they know that they're supposed to be here. Wait, they're Americans too. Southern America, Middle America, Northern America. They're Americans. Now what? They're just not U.S. That is a corporation.
Mm-hmm.
They're not a citizen of that corporation.
Put him in a coffin, Doc. All right.
I'm done.
That was pretty dope, man.
I'm going to shut up.
And on that,
I'm going to act like I don't know.
yeah.
All right. So we
You can cut that last part out. Yeah.
Nah.
Oh shit.
You can cut that last part out. I want to live tomorrow. Just because I know a lot, I'm not trying to die.
Nah, man. But thank you. Seriously, that was, we needed that. I wouldn't you say, Jared?
Yes.
For us and just for the show itself, someone of, not to, your just your professionalism and the way you carry yourself and your knowledge is it's abundant, man. Like, a lot. You live it. I said it earlier. You live it. So thank you for coming on the show and sharing some insight into your thought process and just being you, man. I think that's awesome. I think what you talked to us about today was awesome. So with that being said, we are going to wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure if you do anything. Oh wait. Oh, I thought you said it was.
No,
time
keep
to-
going.
Oh.
Like, you can, but you don't have to tell them you're wrapping it up. Just wrap it up.
Oh, okay. So make sure.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Pimps up. You know the rest.
Yeah, wrap it up.
Wrap it before you tap it. It's a good motto. I'm just saying. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that button down there, right there.
Wrap it up,
Wrap
B.
up. All right.
Wrap that shit the fuck up.
We're wrapping it up. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to episode 87 of the Mad Scientist Lab podcast. As always, it is IRG, the pizza guy, along with Jared, the visual mad scientist. All right, and our good friend, Andrew, the doc, as everybody locally knows him. Thank you for coming on and sharing some stuff. Hopefully we can have you back again in the future, man. Cool. And we'll probably talk about like some more like fun things before you dig deep into the rabbit hole. Whoa. So we will see you guys next week. Thank you so very much. Like, share, and subscribe, and we are out.
Peace, bitches.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit you so hard you won't see nothing. Ever, 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 ever.
Audio skulls all day.
The Merit Scientist Lab. The Merit Scientist Lab. The Merit Scientist Lab. The Merit Scientist Lab.
You can't have an opinion on something that you haven't even tried.
Exactly.
The Merit Scientist Lab. The Merit Scientist Lab. The Merit Scientist Lab. The Merit Scientist Lab.